Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today is the day. Today Niantic has answered our prayers and they are focusing on PvP itself. I am here with ScrubLordDustin, one of our fan favorites, and we're here going to be discussing the brand new news that has come to Pokemon Go.
I'm sorry you'll have to be looking at my face for a couple minutes in this video. It's okay, it won't last long.
This is the first time we're actually going to be looking into the news. We saw what it was about and we're like, no, we are not reading it until we get this camera out and we start doing a recording on what we think as we're reading it. We wanted to make a little bit of a live discussion to make it a little bit more interesting for me, him, and you. Now make sure, if you guys haven't already, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all PvP and Silph Arena content.
Now on to the video!
Starting it off, community note, new attacks and updates for trainer battles.
Hey, that's us!
Alright, trainers, in our previous community note, we outlined some changes that came to Pokemon Go that affected your Pokemon's performance in raid battles, as well as our additions to the game. In this update, we're excited to announce more changes focusing on trainer battles.
Hell yeah!
Thank you, Niantic! In a continued effort to make trainer battles a fun and competitive experience, switching Pokemon will now briefly pause the battle. Pause the battle? Pause the battle?
I don't know about that. Like, kinda, that's something that I really want because I can't think that fast when I'm switching Pokemon. But
Man, we just learned how to do a quick switch. Oh my goodness.
oh, true.
Okay, well, that's gonna make it actually easier for the more inexperienced players.
Yeah.
So
Maybe that'll welcome like new players into PvP.
Right.
So it'll be a little bit more efficient. Hopefully.
this will grant you more time to choose which Pokemon to call out, and it will avoid Pokemon causing damage to each other while they're withdrawn into their Pokeballs. Okay, that's actually really good.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, so now picture we have a Razor Leaf user versus a Water user.
Yeah, some of those fast moves do a lot of damage.
Right? Or the Confusion.
Confusion.
Right?
Yeah.
Like the Toxicroak Confusion. Charge attack gameplay will also be updated with new fun swiping and tapping mechanics.
Okay, like the swiping immediately makes me think of the Harry Potter game where you're using the wand now, and now we're doing it in Pokemon.
Wingardium Leviosa!
I really hope they don't break the game, man. Like, I really hope this doesn't break it. I hope it's gonna be fun.
God.
Like,
Okay, so swiping like dodging? Like raids?
oh,
I don't know.
Dodging.
I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna implement dodging.
They can't. They
Really
can't.
change up the thing.
Because it'll become way too broken.
Yeah.
Where now shields are
I
irrelevant.
think just certain charge moves are gonna have some kind of unique pattern in how to swipe it, right?
Oh, maybe now.
Yeah, because they're also adding new moves, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But maybe instead of the whole tap 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 for the charge needs to charge, it's some specific way you have to swipe it, kind of
Yeah.
like the Harry Potter game.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Alright, want to know more? Check out Niantic help page for more info. Okay. More attacks will also be coming to Pokemon Go.
Yes!
Yes! Okay. So the following Pokemon will be able to learn attacks they couldn't before. Alolan Raichu, my favorite.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's been good in every tournament almost.
Grass Knot. Alola Raichu currently can only learn electric and psychic type attacks. Grass Knot will give it more type coverage and help cover its weakness to ground type Pokemon.
Grass Knot.
Wow.
It's really interesting for electric type to have, especially Raichu.
But, okay, so now you have that, instead of that Thunder Punch Wild Charge, you also have the Grass Knot, you cover your own weakness,
Yeah.
right? Wow.
So I guess it's gonna be able to defend itself against like the ground types and the rock types.
Right. So it's going to be taking super effective, it's also going to be giving super effective.
Now. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Vileplume, Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb provides Vileplume with a strong poison type charge attack to take full advantage of its grass and poison types.
Well, it's definitely a good idea because Vileplume needs Sludge Bomb. Come on, it's a grass poison. You need Sludge Bomb.
I don't understand why I didn't have Sludge Bomb in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense to me. Okay. Hypno. Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Thunder Punch. What? No way, dude! Oh my god! Okay, so let's try to remember Hypno. He has Confusion, and then Shadow Ball Legacy,
Shadow Ball Legacy.
and then we use Close Combat. So Close Combat was terrible, so now we can replace it with Fire Punch, Ice Punch, Bro.
So Hypno is going to be like a really hard Pokemon to predict.
Bro.
Like, if you're going against a Hypno, you have to question, does it have Shadow Ball? Does it have Ice Punch?
Does it have
a
Fire Punch? Wow.
Thunder Punch.
So depending on the meta, which Silph League we're talking about, if we can be using Ice Punch, Dragons, and Flyers, and whatnot, then you can also go Thunder against Flyers, Water, and then you can also use the Fire Punch, Steel, Grass, and of course you have Shadow Ball, which is like Shadow Ball.
And I got that Legacy Hypno.
I do too, I have it too!
Hey, we both got it.
Alright, so next, Electrode. Foul Play. All the attacks Electrode currently learn are Normal type or Electric type. Foul Play provides more type coverage for Electrode. So Foul Play.
Foul Play. I'm not sure when it's going to use that.
I know, that's interesting. But at least it's outing more coverage to the Pokemon.
It's interesting to read this because this seems like it's the first time Niantic has talked about, like, used terms like type coverage and stuff like that. Like, when have they ever talked about...
They haven't.
Yeah.
they haven't. Honestly, they threw out PvP and they're just like, go with it.
Yeah.
Right? And
Not to mention, back in Hypno, they mentioned the Great League specifically.
Yeah.
So they kind of know that everyone's playing in the Great League because it's Silph Arena right now.
So now they're becoming a little more familiar, and also now they're trying to help out the PvP community.
It's just kind of cool to see that they know what's going on in these PvP matches.
Man, PvP is growing! Alright, next on the list we have Aerodactyl with Rock Throw. Rock Throw allows Aerodactyl to compete in the Great League against other flying type Pokemon, such as Altaria.
Did it not have a charged rock move before?
No, Rock Throw is a fast move.
Oh, Rock is a fast move.
Fast move.
What did it have before?
I don't remember.
I guess it just must have like flying type moves.
I don't remember.
It's interesting. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah,
later.
I have to look into it. But again, now it allows it to have coverage against other flyers.
Yeah.
Who knows, right? Because before it used to be Altaria's king, Skarmory's king.
Yeah.
Right? But
I
now,
love how they specifically point out Altaria. Like
yeah.
they know who's the top meta.
Yeah, like, man, they have somebody in Niantic is watching everything that's happening in Silph Arena.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, we gotta fix this. Okay, now, Articuno, a legendary. A legendary.
The next three are legendaries.
Oh wow. Okay, so Ancient Power, Ice Shard. Ice Shard. Again, I don't think Articuno goes into Great League though. I don't think he does. Does he?
I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I don't remember, guys, but
We'll look into it.
yeah, maybe traded down. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, it's still interesting. Ice Shard will help Articuno use its charge attacks more frequently in battle. Ancient Power offers additional type coverage. That's interesting. Zapdos Ancient Power with Drill Peck. Drill Peck's interesting.
That's interesting.
That's actually, yeah. You're adding Rock now.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay. Moltres. Ancient Power, Wing Attack. Now he has a flying fast move.
Wasn't that a...
No, Sky Attack.
Because
was his
Charizard
legacy.
was always better than Moltres because of its fast moves, right?
No, depending. Are we talking about raids or PvP?
PvP. Do you think Moltres can now compete with Charizard now that it has like some different moves?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly, because now you're adding more coverage. But again, Charizard doesn't have that legacy, right? He has that legacy of Wing Attack. So, which I have one. Anyways, we're gonna go next. Sceptile. Dragon Claw.
Hey, they're thinking about its Mega Evolution now because
Oh my
when
God.
Sceptile Mega evolves, it becomes a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dragon Claw gives Sceptile additional coverage to compete with Dragon-type Pokemon in the Great League and the Ultra League.
Wow. And Dragon Claw with like Fury Cutter or like Bullet Seed,
Yeah.
right? That's a fast energy gain move. So with Dragon Claw, like you're spamming Dragon Claw and it's all neutral damage.
Right.
What? That's insane.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Man, this list goes on. Jesus.
Does it really?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. Pokebattler. This one is for you, sir. Agron. The fast attack Smackdown should make Agron a formidable choice to use in any league. So now Agron's gonna have Smackdown.
Smackdown. Is it a good move in PvP? I know it's good in raids, but I've never used it in PvP.
I don't know. I've never used an Agron.
I've never used an Agron either.
Never used an Agron. But who knows, right? We don't know what the Silph Arena has in store for us, so we'll see what they do here. Next would be Claydol with Mud Slap. Okay. This ground type alternative to Claydol's psychic type fast attacks provides it with additional type coverage, improving its capabilities against Pokemon resistant to Psychic type attacks.
I mean, I'm thinking the only time I used Claydol was Nightmare Cup.
When you were using Confusion.
Yeah, I can't imagine Mudslap being useful though, because Confusion was a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you also had Earth Power.
Earth
right?
Power now.
Right, Earth Power now.
We got like halfway through.
I remember we got Earth Power like the day before our tournament. Yeah, we got Earth Power the day before. Next is gonna be Bronzong with Bulldoze and Psyshock. Go ahead, you can explain this.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Bulldoze. I don't know. I was like, are you talking to me?
No. That.
Bulldoze and Psyshock are charge attacks that Bronzong can capitalize on to differentiate it from other Psychic type or Steel type Pokemon like Metagross. Okay, so they're just kind of like making it like a more unique Psychic and Steel, because there's a couple. You know, there's Metagross, there's Jirachi now. So I guess they're just kind of like differentiating it now.
Because before, the only real relative moves he had was, because he had Confusion, and then he was running Heavy Slam and Flash Cannon, which are both Steel type moves. So now you're adding a Psychic charge move and a Ground charge move.
Yeah.
So you are adding a lot more coverage to Bronzong himself.
Yeah.
Right? The next is going to be Electivire. Electivire is going to get Ice Punch. All the charge attacks Electivire can currently learn are Electric type. Ice Punch provides more type coverage for Electivire.
I guess Electivire could take on some grass types then. Maybe that's why they added
Right.
it. Yeah, because
exactly.
if it just knows electric moves, then a grass type is going to capitalize on that and just J-farm them like crazy.
I like that. Now
with Ice Punch, it's kind of like Medicham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now he's going to have the But again, Electivire, he is pretty high up there in CP, so I don't know how relevant he'll be in the Great League.
Not in Great League.
Right. Yeah. But again, remember, Niantic is not all about the Great League. They're Great League, Ultra League, Master League, right? So again, a lot of these moves are to capitalize to make improvements on all the leagues. Alright, attacks new to Pokemon Go. Hype! Hype! Alright, certain Pokemon will soon be able to learn attacks that hadn't yet been seen in Pokemon Go. Oh my, I didn't want to look at this. You say it, I didn't want to look at it. Go.
Alright. Well, finally, Charm. Charm is finally coming.
Charm is coming!
It's been rumored for so long, and I've been hearing so many stories about it, and finally, I mean, when we first heard about Charm, people were thinking it's going to be a fast attack that doesn't do any damage, but it lowers attack. That's the first rumor that I heard.
Yeah.
And because in the main games, Charm doesn't do any damage, it lowers your opponent's attack.
Raichu is going to get it.
A Lowland Raichu or a regular Raichu?
I think it's regular Raichu.
I guess it has to be regular Raichu, right?
Yeah. So regular Raichu, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Wobbuffet, Granbull, Donphan, Gardevoir, Delcatty, Latias, Togekiss, and Gallade.
I think that's really gonna help Gardevoir the most. But even Gallade too, right?
Well, 100%.
Yeah, because Gallade was kind of relevant in the Regional Cup, right?
Yeah. He was Regionals, Worlds.
It's really interesting that they're giving it to Raichu.
I did not expect Raichu.
Yeah.
Man, they didn't give it to a Zoomerl! Oh my god, did they give it to a Zoomerl!
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Zoomerl with a very fast attack would ruin Medicham, right?
Oh, he would delete Medicham.
Yeah.
Like, before he even gets to Ice Beam, Medicham's dead.
Yeah.
Alright, next is going to be Skull Bash. Skull Bash, a normal type charge attack that increases the defense stat of the user 100% of the time. Blastoise, Raichu.
Why is everything good? Like,
what is happening here? Raichu? Like, what?
Yeah.
Again?
Raichu's getting a lot.
Yo, what is happening to Raichu?
I don't know, like Raichu. I guess it's Pikachu, but bigger.
Okay, but like what I'm not understanding is, okay, well, number one, I am not TMing my Legacy Raichu. That's just not a thing.
I mean, I gotta keep Thundershock on it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Don't do it.
Yeah. I mean, unless if Charm is like really that amazing.
Nope, still not doing it.
Yeah.
Nope, still not doing it.
I mean, you get another Pikachu, right?
Yeah, just make another Raichu and call it a day.
Exactly.
But now, okay, so Blastoise. So now he'll have that, maybe instead of Ice Beam, you'll have Skull Bash.
I'm reading Skull Bash, and I'm like, does it deal any damage or just increase the defense?
But increasing the defense by what, 10%? Yeah, I reckon I'd say 10%, right?
10% or Sharply, which is what, 20%?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, how much energy is provided. That's what we're gonna find out to try to make sure these moves.
I mean, I'm confused because like it doesn't say it does damage and increases. You know, kind of like power up punch.
Possibly, but we'll see, right?
Yeah.
Lapras is also getting it.
Ooh.
So that's interesting. Snorlax.
How many times has Lapras been relevant in the tournament?
Lapras is relevant anytime you can really use Lapras.
Yeah.
We're excited to see the teams you build with these changes. Trainers, stay tuned as we'll be sharing more updates like these in the future. Good luck on the battlefield.
Thank you, Niantic.
They have heard our prayers. We also have Team Rocket going to be coming into the Pokemon Go game, and our speculation is that they're going to actually be on the actual map.
You can see them walking around on the little map in their
attractive
Team Rocket costumes.
Dope! Oh my god! Wow, and okay, so
I'm a little upset that there's going to be more Team Rocket wearing people around the map.
Yeah, you run that swag.
I have never taken off the Team Rocket outfit. I don't care what comes out.
I run that Valor swag, alright? I run the Valor swag. Now, so we got new charge moves. We got changes in the actual battle that's gonna happen.
Some pretty big changes, it seems like.
Pausing? Pausing. Swiping. And of course tapping. But like, what kind of changes the tapping? Okay, we're gonna find out. But besides all that, we also have Team Rocket coming in. We're gonna be able to do trainer battles, I'm guessing, with them being in the wild, like we're gonna be walking around and having to go up to them. I'm guessing,
yeah, you're gonna just kind of like see them standing around, and just like in the main games, if your eyes meet, you gotta battle them.
Yeah, can you imagine? Yeah. You're just weird walking, all here's. But with that, that's gonna bring a lot more exposure to PvP.
Yeah, a lot of new like Pokemon Go players who just kind of like doing raiding and gyms. They're gonna have to start doing some PvP.
They're gonna have to add a badge.
Yeah.
They're gonna add a badge.
They're definitely gonna add a badge that'll take forever to do.
It won't take us that long. We're gonna grind that badge, like, right away. But, besides all that, we now know that all this is coming to Pokemon Go. Niantic has heard our prayers. We are gonna be growing the PvP community. And of course, me, ScrubLord, and the rest of the PvP content community are going to be obviously going to be covering all of this, and we're going to be giving as much information as we can to you guys.
Got a lot more content to cover.
Which also means we have a whole lot more work to do. Well, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for joining me on this one. I have to stop bringing you into my videos. I have to stop doing that. They're starting to like you more than they like me.
Well, thank you for making me feel welcome.
Well, I'm just kidding. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. It's more fun talking with someone else rather than just talking to a camera. But I really do appreciate you being here. It's always an honor having you in my videos. Right? You help me as much as I do, giving these guys the amount of information that we like to give them, right? Mm-hmm. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
On the next one!